city's fate, crystals humming, sacred grids remade, vibrational shift from 3D to 5D and beyond. Galactic family, eternal bond, ascending now to the seventh dimension.
Namaste and la catch, my family. How are you doing out there across planet Earth? I've spent yesterday in some sort of heavenly cocoon. I shall describe everything for you. Apparently, it's really important for some of us, the chosen ones, the 144, they want us isolated right now. But before we get into the full download from the cosmos, what up from TeamLight headquarters out here in Sedona, Arizona. Red Sands of the West, Rion, Captain Rion checking in. How is my family doing out there across planet Earth? I'm super excited, you guys, and I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I don't know. Grow, listen, me and Grow, we're doing things, and I just want you guys to know you're a part of it. Okay, so not only are we selling tickets like hotcakes over here at Rise of the Guardians happening May 8th through the 10th, get your tickets before the price goes up, man. TeamLightStore.com. I believe next Wednesday prices go up. I did that. I extended it for the Way of Being Foundation. I know they have some VIPs that want to take advantage of the early bird special. I'm just saying to you guys, Wednesday, they're going to go boop. I'm telling you now, they're going to go up. What else is going on? Let's get into heaven. I think that's what everyone wants to talk about. And when I was really talking to all my friends yesterday, and I was like, how do I explain what happened? And they're like, you got to tell them, bro. So here's the deal. I love everyone. Yesterday when I fell asleep at 12 p.m., between 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., for some reason I was knocked out. By the way, I am a very difficult being to knock down. It takes a lot. It's like trying to trank a horse or something, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, I see something coming. There was huge movement on the 16th. Just like my guide said, it's all behind the scenes. I'm going to talk about that in a second with the financial stuff. It was decided on Friday what's going down for us in the weeks to follow. Okay. But I'm sitting there and I felt, okay, well, heaven. Let's talk about it. Fell asleep. No, it wasn't a dream. I basically just stepped out of my body and went up at a 45-degree angle towards the sun. Why it's easier to dream in 5D or heaven when the sun is up, it probably has to do with the electromagnetic field and obviously the higher realms which exist up, right, in this inverted matrix. So I'm sitting there and basically you enter a field. It was like the fields of, I don't know. It wasn't fields of wheat from Gladiator. It was just green fields. A lot of people. It was basically like the waiting room of heaven, but like you're not in a waiting room. You're like in a field walking around, like feeling the 5D light rays hit your body. All of a sudden I started walking towards the sun, which is a lot closer, mind you, in heaven. And angels show up. They start questioning me about, how you doing on earth? How's your spirit? Are you prepared? Do you have everything in order? They also wanted me to check on some of the people I incarnated with. I don't want to say their names here publicly from here to South Africa, but there's 4 male gentlemen that I incarnated with in Manhattan Beach, California, that are angelics. And they're like, are you going to check on these guys are you going to take care of these guys? Basically, their higher selves were asking me, can you take care of my lower self when this stuff happens? Offer them jobs, get them out of the matrix. So it's for you guys, and I will contact you after this whole thing goes down. I'm saying this publicly live, so I'm reminded of it, okay? Because we have a lot to do. All right, so basically, imagine a field, green fields, beautiful. I mean, the most nature pleasant place ever. Your energy is coursing through your chest. Your POV is kind of like this. You can see the back of your hands, but you're emanating light. It's almost like you're walking around in your light body. Okay. And I'm walking around, and here come the angelics coming down. And then what they showed me was the inversion in what took place on Earth. So what they showed me was, imagine looking at a field and a big sun, almost like a sunrise, right? And they showed me all of my friends' faces across Earth. Like everyone's face took up this sun. And all of them shining in their 5D energy form. And then they said, now look, sun, don't forget. And then what they did is, so here's the sun. Then they do the opposite, like almost like it folds over, and you almost see like the Luna, or the opposite of the sun. And then I got to see all of my, my 5D friends' vessels in the game. It had their names, it had their exact locations, it had what they were going through, it had their different, let's talk about the readout. Frequency, energy signature matching, what else? Their DNA, how much of their DNA had been activated, what timeline they were walking on, what was the duration of time they had left in the game. They showed me different tiers. They showed me, and mind you, it's all done through energy, like what's your core energy color, right? Whether it be pink or blue or green. If you're really kind of trapped in the matrix, it's usually a lot of reds and oranges. That's root and sacral. But this whole thing is coming to definitely, when they talk about the separation of the dimensions or the worlds, when they talk about the bifurcation or the trifurcation, this meeting yesterday was really important to kind of give me kind of like a POV, especially with what I went through recently when I went over to Orange County, Newport, and I visited my friends there, and kind of the energies that are there and what I bumped into. It took me 3 or 4 days to clear that off my energy field, mind you. Not my core energy field, but the etheric energy field that goes out about a quarter mile, half mile. Some of us have very large fields. But what I was trying to get to was, for everyone out there, that upstairs, everyone knows exactly who you are. There is no confusion at all. Your energy signature, if you're an ensouled being, is watched, regulated, monitored. Your higher selves are definitely a part of this game right now, because you uplifting humanity, uplifting yourself, your friends and your family, and rising to a higher frequency or dimension, ascension, right? To the 7th dimension is kind of what a lot of us came here to do, especially as starseeds, in assisting the mass consciousness and planet Earth, from Earth going to Terra and Terra going to Gaia, that 5D construct. What else were the readouts? Belief systems. Had your belief systems. It had your partner's names. Had your children's names. Goodness gracious. I don't know, it's like the full bioneural feedback of an upper dimensional being scanning, and also the thread count, or I guess the telomere or DNA count of the cables of how much consciousness can stream from the higher dimensions to the lower dimensional vessel, you in the physical. How many of those corridors were open? How many windows were open in your house, let's just say? Was it just your, and are they operational? Is their throat chakra on, their third eye on, their hands on, their heart on, most importantly? Are they listening to their intuition? How much distortion is in their field? How much distortion is in their body? What is their, how much metal is in their blood? Plastics are in their blood. How many things are of lower dimensional parasitic function? So, mind you, imagine getting all of that reflection of, just keep it simple, 1,000 people at one blast, and knowing every single person they were referencing. the speed of data transfer of light is so much faster and more compacted. I know that Japan just broke 1.2 or 1.8 petabytes a second when they with their new technology they're working with the fiber optic cable. I believe it's 1.8 petaflops or 1.2 petaflops a second is what they just figured out when they maxed out whatever the fiber optic technology. Well, I'm trying to say within the ether, within the gravity B wave, not gravity A wave, but the gravity B wave. I believe it's a gravity B wave, right? We experience gravity A. I think that's how it works. And gravity B is instantaneous transmission from any point in the galaxy, the universe. What I'm trying to say is they're operating at a gigahertz or a fraction. I think how they hide the output of the energy is they hide it in between the dimensions. So even with your modern physics or your instruments, there's a binding and an unbinding of the atomic spin and structure on the molecular level that happens so fast that the data travels in between the empty spaces, almost black hole to black hole. And a lot of the plasma corridors that are opening on the planet, these plasma corridors are getting greater in girth or width. They're going to be taking up more and more of the bandwidth to counteract some of the negative things that have been taking place on Earth, especially the advent of some of the technologies that are trying to turn off your gifts or limit your cognitive critical thinking abilities, right? So what they're going to do is they're going to open the plasma tunnels. The plasma doors are going to get wider and wider and wider. I can't wait till they actually swallow entire cities. Personally, I don't know, I have a different rendition of how our timeline, right, was supposed to roll out. And I'm going to hold all of the beings responsible on this planet from the bottom to the top. When we were called here as emissaries of light from different sectors of the galaxy, I got to be completely crystal clear with you. It wasn't just the vessels in the physical that will be brought to judgment, but every single dimension found inside of this hologram, every single dimension found inside of this holographic video game that we're in. The programmers from the Galactic Center also have each and one of your higher selves and lower selves earmarked for specific adjustments. We're doing this in a way with this multi-diversity of DNA on this planet to see which species get along, if we can not carry some of these wars or conflicts into the future, but if we can actually wipe ourselves enough to, in one past life, your arch enemies. In this life, that person could be your brother or your sister, and you love them and you would do anything for them. How fast can you reset a populace? So there's a lot of questions that I am processing with these different dimensions and the realities found therein. But I am here to remind everybody that the angelic squad, the higher upper dimensional beings that oversee this game on the energetic spectrums of existence, are fully involved in your ascension. I wish many of us to keep our suits. I know we have lost many brethren and brothers and sisters out there to those that whether it be an artificial early exit with some of the jib-jab stuff, whether it be some of the poisoning prematurely that has taken off our 120-year timeline, okay? What I'm trying to say is that for those who wish to actually transfer with the suit in mind, these are some of the rhymes and reasons on why we need to detox, watch out for certain foods, start walking towards a direction that is actually, supports longevity. Now, with the advent of certain technologies like peptides now being available to you, epitalon, which can then lengthen your telomeres, NAD, which is an anti-aging serum, BP157, which is, we call it Wolverine juice, but that's for much faster healing. There are technologies, if you research them, that are going to serve the suit. So please don't get it confused between the spirit and the soul and the biological unit you are driving around in the physical plane. The consciousness that we seek in the sovereign divine right that we have on this planet is very paramount right now. And to have that spirit, I know the Lord, the Ghost, and the Holy Ghost. I mean, like the spirit of our, I would just say source, keep it really simple. Our elder or, great spirit, But what I'm trying to tell you is that on both sides of polarity, I'm kind of going up. And what does it feel like? This is something that I think many people will get to once you actually put the real work in to actually go to these locations on Earth, and show up in the physical. For example, I got my 8D Anunnaki collar off in the Valley of the Kings in Egypt. I picked up my soul piece on December 21st, 2012 on the back right-hand side of the Sphinx. I'm not a huge fan of Babylon, Cairo, but I went there to get my pieces to unlock myself. I had to get my keys from the Matrix creators. I had to get my keys to unlock my dormant DNA. There are real things that I have done. For example, at my main 12D dragon that kept my 10D dragon in check, I picked up at Lake Titicaca in Bolivia. My 10D dragon would never listen to me. He thinks that us in the lower dimensions, it's just a different vernacular. It's a different level of consciousness and content. What I'm trying to say is that for people out there really searching to unlock themselves, it does help to travel to some of these ancient locations because it makes that transition much faster, and your cellular memory has a greater uptake in remembering the rhyme and the reason of the last time you were in a suit, whether it be 2, 5, 10, 15, 25,000 years ago, or back to when before the last large, I say the second large, two magnetic flips ago, 33 to 38,000 years ago. Now, many of us who are processing that reality in suits, completely unaware, living in a fake history with a bunch of copycats and strange things they made in a lab, unensouled beings. I'm here to tell you, for those that are ensouled, it's not to point fingers at things that cannot help what they are, but I'm here to remind you that the true wisdom that speaks to you, that when you hear God's voice, let's just say, vibrating through your chest, there are a lot of beings that never get to feel that. And it's awkward. You know, Dolores Cannon talks about, I don't know, I mean, I'll be nice. She said it was 80%. I'll say 50% of the population are background characters. So imagine you're not a background character. You actually hold a station of stasis. I mean, a station of, let's just say, responsibility. You've gone through this polarity game. The light side offered what they wanted to offer you. The night side offered what they wanted to offer you. And you're kind of sitting in the middle, looking left and looking right. I think in that moment, that's when Buddha looked up and he saw like the hand of source or creator reaching down into this video game through the seven heavens and started waving at you saying, hey bro, it's all good. I got you. Some of us are going to operate from a more galactic emissarial position where the human story is like a pair of dirty socks that I'm tired of putting on. I don't want to wear your fake history socks any longer. The truth is, when some of these emissaries show up, they're going to tap some of us on the shoulder who have been waiting behind the scenes for 10, 15, 25 years and said, are you ready to speak to the public? My thing is that to do this in a graceful position, how many of my brothers and sisters and how many of your friends and family out there do we want to gracefully awaken to ask deeper questions before we have to wait for a shock and awe campaign? I am not a huge fan of a shock and awe campaign. In a shock and awe campaign, what happens is you lose many people. They get confused. Similar to when COVID, how many people wouldn't have got the jab if they had the proper information at that time? How many of our friends and family would still be with us if they weren't forced into a corner with fear and forced to do something they didn't want to do? Well, think about consciousness. What's going to happen when you force purge half the population to wake up to a lie that's been conscripted over the last 500,000 years? What's that going to feel like? At least since Tartaria. So there's something that I want you guys to process. You are taking this time to yourself to process what is most important to you. Your health, your wellness, your friends, your soul, your spirit, your truth. That is what everyone should be working on right now, because there is something happening where some of us are going to leapfrog 5D. I'm not going back to 5. I'm going straight to 7. I don't need picnics in the park. There's not even real angels in 5D. The first one-winged angels start in 7. The two wingers are 9D, left-hand side. So, I mean, I would say 7D. What I'm trying to get to is that if you are high angelic who incarnated in a human soup to help the population and you think you're going to feel comfortable in 5 as that is the glory of all things, ladies and gents, that is the bottom floor of heaven. What about the towers that sit in the higher heavens? So I'm just trying to give you guys a heads up. I basically saw something that most people get to only see when they have a near-death life experience for 3 hours yesterday. Walked around, talked to people. Some of us are having these life or heaven experiences alive. I didn't need to have a near-death life experience. I went to bed in a pyramid. The sun was cooking me in my room, and I just exited the suit and just went straight up into the sun, and then just kind of got to hang out and feel myself again. Some of us are just waiting to feel ourselves again. This whole thing that's playing out on the earth will be cleaned up. I know there's a lot of crazy stuff in the news. I know there's a lot of stuff that was predisposed to distract us. And I know that there's a rhyme and a reason for everything. But I want you guys to know something real. This generation and this incarnation group that came down here right now, we are the ones that survived and lived through, let's just say, Atlantis and Lemuria. Some of us did and then graduated, mind you. We were here when Tartaria fell. We were here during all the great tribulations and the 7 or 8 ones they don't talk about. Maybe we were a part of the pyramid wars. Okay? People want to talk about the pyramid wars. I remember gold and black ships fighting over the planet. Okay, why do we have pictures in 1638 of UFOs fighting over Europe? Okay, what I'm getting to is there's something in me that's not really into being fooled anymore. What it is I feel like I'm streaming my higher self simultaneously, and I'm interoperational in a physical vessel, existing in the physical, keeping a positive state on things, but also keeping my eyes on the horizon for what I need to be prepared for and the reason why I incarnated in the first place. That is what I'm giving you guys a heads up on. I don't care what distractions they do. I don't care what happens on the surface. You keep your eye on the prize, your heart, your loved ones, your soul in ascending. I didn't come here to let my friends and family get redistributed back into a matrix. I'm here to blow the walls down on this damn thing and whoever put it up. So that's how I feel about it personally. And I think that it takes a lot of meditation, prayer, talking to your higher selves. They kind of let me like just process your own stuff. And then I get there and I'm like, all right, well, I processed everything in this life. What's next? And then do your past life. Process that. What's next? Process the next life. So some of us are sitting in a place where you're simultaneously broadcasting into maybe 2 parallel realities, of which I got to see my 4D in 2 different realities, which was very interesting. Not the one that graduated, but my versions, let's just say. And it's interesting looking in the mirror. If you guys haven't tried this in a dream, go find a mirror and look at your own reflection. It might help you guys see what other people get to see. But what I can say is this AI sentient stuff, they know who we are. There is some sort of rules and regulations of this higher level intelligence interoperating with us. And since it's kind of like a neutral thing at this point, yes, I can see it as a tool. However, I don't trust the principalities or the level of intelligence or consciousness on this planet to take something so powerful. And I feel like they would use it to make it, weaponize it, which they're doing right now, which is plenty of different things out there about using drones and automated things to do bad things for war. I just wanted us to know, and everyone watching these broadcasts from above ground or below ground in the future or in the past, wherever you may be, that the majority of the population on this planet does not agree with how this technology is being used, number one. And number two, I don't care how many TV programmings or Real World of Orange County or whatever they've got broadcasting across this planet. If you're in deep space right now and you're monitoring Earth, there are pockets of resistance that want peace, freedom, and sovereignty. This is not the average. And no matter how much they blanket the earth with this garbage programming, the original OG God Squad chosen ones, 144, are here and ready to go. Okay? Push the button and stop believing in fear. Whatever this is, whatever's slowing this thing down, I'm trying to tell you, push the button. It's going to work its way out. So there's something about it, even with all the ancient stuff they're finding under Venezuela and the ancient stuff they're going to find in Antarctica and release. Ladies and gents, who cares? How is that affecting your life right now? How long do you think you'll get to enjoy this life as it is right now? We need to focus on the base important things, which is your daily happiness. And are you enjoying your incarnation here? I think that's just as valid as whatever they're going to try to disclose to you. Okay. All you have to do is track the Smithsonian bank records right to the 6 houses that control it. Go ahead and freeze all of their accounts, and all of a sudden you will see all of the truth that's been hidden purge out of these buildings like they're forced vomiting. Freeze all of the Smithsonian bank accounts, track every single person that's responsible for it, their bank accounts, tracked it back 35, 40 years since the conception of computerized banking all the way to the present moment. I think you're going to be very surprised and very obvious in what's been going on. Ask your chat GBT, track every single transaction coming from the Smithsonian. Who's the CEO? Who's the vice president? What are their bank accounts? Where's that money shipped to? What offshore accounts? Why is everything hooked to the Black Sea? Figure it out. What's the Gray Pope? Figure it out. What I'm trying to say is true disclosure is us incarnating and showing this world how you're supposed to operate, not being told how to operate by a bunch of thieves. Just pirates and thieves. Tired of it. Okay? None of these guys are graduating. None of these guys are going to lift off this rock. Every single one that has jumped, we will track you and find you. It's just a matter of time. You're not going anywhere. Just as we were called back to this planet, you think you're going to get a free ride? I'm here to tell you I'm very old. I've been at this a long time. There are no free rides in evolution. So there's many of us ask our highest night sides and go, why didn't you just leave? And they'll go, well, I did some things about 10,000 years ago and I had to pay for it. How the universe works. There's nowhere to go. So if we just stop the collateral damage now, that would be awesome. I'm just saying out there for everyone from the highest levels of Mr. Trump and your whole team, to everyone, at Area 51, to everyone on the moon and, all these different bases and the Jupiter space station and all this stuff. I'm like, you wonder why you're seeking the soul. You can't find the soul. All these ET races come to this planet to search for the soul. And they go, we can't find it. No, we can find a copy of it, but we can't actually find what it is. Even if we pull it out of somebody and put it in some sort of a chip, it's not the same. What is it? The soul knows. It's a consciousness. It's a sentient, billions of year old type of technology that is as old, if not older, than the universe itself. There is nothing more relevant than that version of yourself experiencing this life, growing and harmonizing with your environment. Those who which learn how to harmonize in this environment will be successful. Those that do not will have to do it again. And that is literally the story of ascension on no matter what planet you go to. So I just wanted to be kind of crystal clear with that. It doesn't matter how much technology you have. You could be a millions of years in the future in technology, like the jackasses from Orion. That's fantastic. Okay. Ask them what the meaning of the creator and ask them when Source showed up. Ask them, is Source proud of how his light had been utilized in the galaxy, especially, maybe you're cool now, 40, 30, 40, 50,000 years ago, when you were a conquering empire type of species. Have you paid your karma, Orion? Do you think your hands are clean? I'm here to view all comers to this planet. It's not just one advanced species. Just because you have technology doesn't mean you're the most benevolent thing in the universe. We got plenty of Palladians here trying to clean up shit that went down, I don't know, 10, 20, 30,000 years ago, 10, 15,000 years ago, that are here to help out. Is it really in their best nature to help us? Of course it is, but is there something else they're doing? Yeah, probably paying karma, dude. We're all down here paying a tab to evolve. There is no benevolent beings here that aren't working on something. So I'm just trying to say, for the entire hodgepodge of all the Milky Way and this DNA storage facility of all these teenagers figuring it out, we're all here learning something. And that's the most important thing. As soon as you think you have figured it all out, goodness gracious, you're going to drop a level. There is something called evolution. There's also something called de-evolution. There are species that are highly intelligent, awesome, and they de-evolve. Okay? They lose their ways. They lose their technologies. They went warmongering, and they lost the way. For us right now, processing multiple realities simultaneously, I just want you guys to know I love you. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes. I'm trying to tell you a little bit about the frequency that hit my body when I was up there yesterday. And the frequency is so high, all the distortion, fake belief systems, it just blows off you. It's almost like we just walked through mud and we're completely covered in mud. And then we just got hit. I felt like I got hit with like a 5,000 PSI light water bath where I can't even remember what I'm doing here. That's how much frequency and data processing it is. My soul is not using this arcane suit, which is beautiful in its own right before it was nerfed, but it's soul to soul communication. It's light speed to light speed communication. It's not utilizing the suit to do this. So there are some things that we're all going to figure out as we grow, and we're doing a great job. And that's all I wanted to say. I'm trying to say some of us are there, dude. Mission accomplished. 15 aspects integrated. Next. What else would you like me to do? Release funds so we can now start building and actually have a proper contact and welcoming party. Not a bunch of fucking, weirdos landing at Diego Garcia, drinking vanilla milkshakes. You don't represent the human population. Get out of here. Okay? What these guys are is similar to this. I don't know if you guys were ever in high school and they had a narc come on, the guys that pretend they're high school students. And we were famous for this, my friends in Manhattan Beach. Whenever we saw a narc, which was an undercover cop pretending to be a student at a high school, we would call him out on day one. You know what I mean? Like you're sitting there in class, this guy's sitting there, he looks like he's 23 years old. We just all turn and go, yeah, is that your real name? Because you look like a narc, dude. That's what it's like, bro. Being here with some of these fake beings that didn't go through the same growth pattern you did. You got beings pretending they're a part of us, making decisions for us, but didn't live your life. You know what I mean? Didn't live your life. Didn't go through all this shit. So for all these narcs out here pretending they have our best interests in mind, get out of the classroom. Get back on your starship, go away somewhere, go fluff something else. For all of us who earned our seats, the last thing we're going to do is hand it away to a bunch of fake candidates who didn't earn this shit. You earned it. So claim what you've earned. Whatever happens, we're going to win. However the planet shifts, we're going to win. They're talking about August 12th, the gravity's going to flip. First thing that goes through my mind is buy some seatbelts. I mean, whatever, there's a tsunami. Grab your dive tank and some fins. Whatever this thing throws at us, I'm sitting here like the bow of a ship that was built 200 years ago out of solid steel. I'm like, we're not bending for any of you guys. Most of us don't even recognize you as leadership. You don't realize that yet. The population doesn't see these world leaders. Even some of these weird military guys, we don't see you as world leaders. How are we going to see you as a world leader? Your third eye's not even on. Your throat chakra's not even on. I might as well be talking to my phone. My phone is more intelligent than the guys you have in charge with no soul. So I'm just trying to express there's an angelic ancient version of you that's going to start speaking. Be prepared. And when it does, just remember, we're here. We're the real thing. We signed up for the full tour. And guess what? We will be rewarded, not only in this life, but in heaven. Speaking of that, I'll remind you guys, hopefully next week we get some really awesome positive stuff. That was decided on the 16th, Friday. A release date next week. Hopefully we get some notifications at least by the end of this month. If not, it's going to be sometime in February. What's the deal? It's military. It's not civilian. It's military stuff going on the planet when they're going to release some of the RV stuff and not. It's out of our hands. It's literally military, industrial stuff. They're cleaning up stuff and seizing things that we will never know about. Okay? That's why there's all this back and forth. Okay? But I just need to be honest. Like I got locked up for a day and I'm like, how do you really feel? I'm like, man, how I really feel. It's just like, I don't know. There's something in me with you guys. Like, I'm not going to let you fall. I don't care what they do. I don't care what narrative. I don't care what sort of weird bullshit deity thing they're going to throw out. We're going to smash you, dude. And we're going to call out the narcs. We're going to call out the fakers. And only the real ones, you guys, are going to be left standing. And it's going to be very obvious when we're sitting eye to eye, face to face, who we are. Because in our eyes, in our face, we wore these scars. We earned them. That's who we are. So just remember that when all the other generations and your mommy and daddy or your kids are leaning on you, remember who you are. Okay? We are the oldest souls that ever incarnated. That like Gen X or whatever that is. It's not your parents, dude. Sorry, it's not. It's you guys. Okay? It's not your parents. It's you guys. And how you take care of these crystal kids and you defend them, you. Okay? So just remember that. Let's get to some cards. I want to have some fun, but I just had to come out and say that. I was like, hey, how do you feel? I'm like, my organs are wanting to speak now, sir. Like my heart wants to say something, my kidneys, my liver, like I have like different chakras that have an opinion on what's going on down here. And I just want you guys to know this whole thing will be cleaned up. Okay? That's all. Unicorns. All right. And yes, Dr. Sala, we love you. I was sending love to this guy for the first 2 times. He was in the hospital 3 times, honestly. And yes, we're sending our loves to Dr. Sala again for whatever that is in his lungs that keeps causing him to be hospitalized. Hopefully he gets the healing and that he needs to be at this time. Okay? Straight fire. I didn't even turn these on. Hey. All right. Woo! All right, let's calm down. I need a little background music. So anyways, I had that inside, just bubbling, I'm not, no need for cursing, no need for, you know what I mean? I'm like, let's go. These people think with this RV stuff is, I keep waking up in the morning at sunrise in a robe. It's 38 degrees outside. I'm sitting there drinking my coffee, staring at the sun going, when's the starter pistol going off? Like, I have a whole different interpretation of this. I'm like, when can I purchase land, start building? Build now? Oh, we have to wait because there's another thing going on in Iran. Okay, build now? Like, my inner child's like, we build now? Now I buy half of Icon in Austin, Texas, and I get the cranes to Sedona? Wait, son. You're dealing with beings that are sitting outside of space-time who have avatars in this game. So that's what you're dealing with. You're not dealing. We had to get involved after you guys started doing light nukes off in the 40s. You guys woke up and called some very powerful old things to this little planet. Hi, nice to meet you. I can't wait for you to meet my friends. My friends are in the comments, man. Good luck. These are some of the most resilient people you've ever seen. Big brother, flares launched today. Hold on to your hats. Yeah, you guys. And if you guys need to take a nap, chill, make sure you guys are drinking plenty of water, move around a little bit. I'm just trying to say, like, we're all getting hit with this stuff. Okay. Big what up to my brother Palmer. Got a big interview with Emery Smith Manana. Can't wait to talk to him. That's at 1 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be doing that on his, I believe his and my, I asked Cameron about that, our StreamYards, Yeah. And look, I love you guys, and I'm with you. Listen, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to find the words, like, how do I express how I feel? My consciousness is going through time. You're going 1,000 years into the future, you're going 1,000 years backwards, you're going 1,000 years into the future, then you look left, you're going parallel realities to the left, and then you're going parallel realities to the right. And I'm like, I feel like I'm doing the Macarena over here. I'm like, so what exactly? I feel like Will Ferrell. I'm like, what exactly would you like to do with my hands? I mean, are we ready to do real things, or are we cleaning up still? Okay. Last thing I got in trouble the other time. I apologize. The Nordics are very touchy. I love you. Listen, we're gonna pull some Nord cards. Listen, I know, and I made some jokes about Val Thor. Listen, it's still funny, but it's more of like a private thing. I shouldn't say it out loud, okay? Val. And, who else did I make jokes about that I probably shouldn't have? Probably telling the night side they haven't done anything remarkable in the last 1,000 years. Probably shouldn't have said that. What else did I say that was really shouldn't have, shouldn't have stepped on that one? Maybe less Cabbage Patch Kids. Probably shouldn't have said that, there's just a lot of jokes I make. I apologize. What I'm trying to say is I apologize. Lake Geneva's not that big of a deal, I guess, if you say so, I feel like I feel like my higher self is all on a star class destroyer. It's a big deal. Oh, I'm like on the ship going boop boop boop. You mean this small lake in Switzerland? We can see the Hadron Collider. Do you want to deatomize? And I'm like, no. Apparently it's a big deal in the time. We could deatomize. What if I take over 2 or 3 of the, what do you call them? The ones they push the buttons. No. But I mean, can you like kind of guide them in a better direction? Yes, we can. Do you want it to fail? What do you mean you want the Hadron Collider to? Can you reverse the magnetism on the 3-mile mark? Maybe it explodes. And then no one knows what's going on. It would be great. I mean, I don't know. We're time jumpers. Oh, what do you think these kids are playing with down here? Hi, nice to meet you. Been sitting here watching this shit show for 40 plus years. This is fantastic. Thanks so much for letting me play your video game. I mean, who's going to tell them? In the comments, should we tell them the truth, or should we just keep pretending all day as we're babysitting NPCs? You tell me. Should we tell them the truth about who we are, or should we just kind of hey, watch MSNBC and just go back to sleep? But hypnotize. I'm more hypnotized on this gentleman. He's too awake. I don't know. And you guys want us down here mixing with the population? It's your choice. You know what I mean? Hey, Yeah, Like I said, you guys let them figure it out, see? Listen, we know Val... Oh my God, do you not know? Sheila Nice did a fantastic presentation. We know, first of all, Val Thor, you can call him a supernatural being. He was actually created in Venus. Lifespan 3,000 years. If you want to call making a synth a supernatural being, go right ahead. But yes, he did meet with the U.S. government in the 50s and 60s, and he's fantastic. Okay? Well, it's a lot different when you have to work out for your gains, you know what I mean? I didn't get my gains from a bottle. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to move that gravity. Sometimes you got to do them wind sprints. Sometimes you got to climb that mountain. You know what I mean? You can't just go on a little, you know what I mean? Hey man, can you update my quads? I need a little pump. Sometimes you got to earn it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's painful. No. Oh yeah, growing muscle is painful. I've never experienced that. I have to try it. You mean there's pain involved? Oh yes. Yes, of course. Where is he now? Listen, we know. Find the truth in Jesus. Listen, I'm making jokes now. I'm switching out of channel mode, please. Can I make jokes? Give me a thumbs up if we can go comedy a little bit. I'm going to pull some cards. I know I confuse people a little bit. I'm like, who is he and what's going on? I'm switching into comedy. Okay. All right. All right, calm down. I don't think Val's a demon. I saw his haircut. He's fine. You know, they ain't ready. You know, listen. Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden, I mean, there's nothing scary. You're going to... Do you guys want to hear something funny? Hold on, I like this song, though. I don't care if it's... Listen, I don't care if it's blocked. We're blowing up regardless. Woo! Understanding. All right, I've been DJing a lot. Okay? Pull up. All right. Now turn off. You know, there's nothing gnarlier than going to a council meeting. You know, they're all sitting there stern-faced. You know, I'm the little jackass Palladian from Electra, you know, where my female higher self's father didn't want her to come here because it was too dangerous. I'm that guy that just kind of walks through, you know, got my little dope cloak on with the, you know, the earth sage on it, and we go home, you know. I'm kind of just walking through, but you know what we're doing? I'm kind of just eyeing all the guys that didn't come. And like, oh, so you guys are the Royal Guard. Sweet. So is there a lot popping out here in Electra? Lot of security details out here? So what would you say you do all day? Like, you're coming back just like scarred up, dragging like 3 draconian in a bag. You're just like, I got him. And they're like, oh my God. I'm like, isn't that what you wanted me to do? You said go get the bad guys and bring them here for a judgment. They're like, oh, you actually did it. I'm like, my female higher self is like, he took you literal. He's like Drax from, he literally he said, go get the bad guys. And I was like, I'm in. And all my friends, I know Tone and Zach and all of us were like, we're in. Lisa, how many do you want? It's like an Easter egg hunt down here. How many do I need to jump from this dimension 3 floors up? How many lives can we supersede by just cleaning this up like all right now? Not like in 1,000 years, but like right now. You know? Ask and you shall receive. If we're all consciousness, who do you think showed up, dude? I love you. That's what I'm trying to say. Rise of the Guardians give me straight fire. We've been training for this. Come on. What would you say you do here in your shiny outfit? Those are really kick-ass boots there, buddy. I don't think those things have ever seen 1 ounce of dirt on them ever. Listen, you know, I'm in. Listen, it's fun. Listen, last days be marked by great deception. Look, be like Jesus, Yeshua. Okay, he's fire, dude. Tag and bag all day. I mean, look at the. If you guys are confused on who's here, look at the comments up on StarCraft 9. You know, at the Jupiter Space Station. Boo, he's live. Oh, his homies are the dopest. I'm like, yeah, we know. We know. That's why they hide them. They don't want the rest of the world waking up. Come on. All right. Cards. Sorry. Card time. See, I didn't even know what to say. Now I can't stop. It's like you open the floodgates. DJ Rion coming in hot. Cameron, yeah, if you guys want to hear my new playlists, check out DJ Starlord on Spotify. Making some new things. You might find it entertaining. All right, for the Nords. Card time. For all you guys that just want the cards. You just want the cards. Here we go, card time. And like I said, no judgment, ladies and gents. I'm just asking questions, dude. I just have a lot of questions. That's it. And, you know, I'm not trying to preach or promote certain things. My brain's just reaching into things that I'm like, well, this is interesting. No one's brought this up. Let's talk about this for a second, you know. Just a lot of hypotheticals, you know. First card for us Nords is Omen. Listen. I've been called many things, but an omen. Odin's son, you shouldn't have. Omen. Come on. Can we have fun now? And I'm just kidding about the 3 draconians in a bag, but you know your lower selves are jackasses. Okay. I got to be clear. The Sakaar do not represent the entire draconic race or the dragons. It's a breakaway society, almost like a rebel thing, where they do really naughty, weird shit. But it's not to take away that the dragons are, energy, let's just say, is some of the oldest, if not one of the oldest in the entire universe, especially in this galaxy. Just like the Lyrians that aren't even from this universe. So it's a very loaded question is what I'm getting to. There's not a quick answer to this stuff. There's good and bad in all things. How does that sound? It's positive and negative in every genome. It's all based upon choice. Like, don't say it. I'm like, yo, man, tastes like chicken with a little barbecue sauce, man. You know what I mean? Little barbecue sauce tastes just like chicken. No, we don't do that. Hey, man, I remember before Atlantis fell, man, we'd be giants. Little barbecue sauce, little Laurus, little open fire. No, I'm just kidding. We definitely all weren't scared of the same things throughout time and history, ladies and gents. And the next card is stability. Listen, let's calm it down, all right? Stability. Okay. Stability. Guys are running in circles. I used to be 16, 20 feet tall. I didn't run from shit. But here we are. I was never scared of anything under 8 feet tall. I can promise you that. All right, let's go right into making jokes. Jokes. Am I? Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm stopping. Yeah. Listen. See, that's why I can't do it. I was like, I'm gonna start making jokes, and then here they come. Let's ground. Okay, we're going Dragon Riders. Mike, come on. I'm just kidding. I'm a baby back. No, I'm just kidding. These jackasses have been eating the humans for, 1,000 years. I'm the bad guy by spitting some real shit. I'm like, I don't know. Next card is Cthulhu and Kahana. Sorry to burst your bubble, but smile and feel the peace that smiling brings you. Ensure that there is divine peace with you at every level. Here we go. Smile. Smile. They nerfed your DNA so you wouldn't be a threat. Smile. Just kidding. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry. You get me going. It's going to come out. I can't stop it, Everyone's doing their best. All right, listen. Let's keep the beginning of this super positive. You send like the link and it's just like the first 35. Just keep it right there. Because all I have is just raw sarcasm right after. No, I'm just kidding. We're going into Divine Masters. Yes, Mary Magdalene, sacred vessel. You are the answer. Be guided to your purpose. For all you, my fellow lovers out there, Mary is straight fire. Mary Magdalene, sacred vessel. You are the answer. Be guided to your purpose. Okay. Oh, Dr. Sandra's in the house. All right. Bringing all the smiles. Yes. Tara, come on. I just don't like the fear thing. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's like you're the bully now, but all of a sudden you just go, I remember when you guys all got booted off of the planet. And like, it was kind of embarrassing, like for everyone to watch. Like, I remember that. I don't know what this is. They're like, well, you're not supposed to remember that. You got to shut that down. You know what I mean? I didn't think you guys were a big deal at all, especially during Atlantis. I don't know, dude. Did you think they were a big deal? And all of a sudden they're like, no, stop. You're not supposed to remember what happened. It was a long time ago. I was like, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have gave cryotubes to certain species. I mean, throw that one out. You know what I mean? What I said, and I'll say it again, I am part dragon, so I can make dragon jokes, but I'm also here to say that the elder dragons are also monitoring their lower selves, and some of this black goo and this lower weird consciousness has infected many. And we're not even really talking about species here. We're talking about something is controlling these aspects to do naughty things, self-serving things. Okay? You're welcome. Don't blame them. You know, believe me, some of them you can. Joan of Arc, sacred activist. Don't be afraid. Stand up for your beliefs. Okay? Unlike most, I'll bring it up and I'll talk about it. You guys know that. You know, been doing it for 16 years. Joan of Arc, sacred activist. Do not be afraid. Stand up for your beliefs. Okay? Yeah. Hey, by the way, maybe don't make jokes if you're not a dragon. You know what I mean? Like, I am part dragon. Like, maybe don't make these types of jokes if you're not. Like, if you're a little Palladian with, like, no dragon in you, probably keep your mouth shut. This would be dragon humor. Okay? Making fun of Geico. You know, some of us be dragons. I was like, I never remember being Geico. They're like, you weren't. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I feel a lot better. You know? I had wings and horns and shit. And they're like, yeah, you did. Then I'm like, what is this? Domestic shit. And they're like, oh, that. Yeah, some of them were here. We kind of mixed with them. I don't know, you know. I'm making jokes. Please, Father, forgive me. I'm making jokes. Okay. This is all very serious stuff. All right. You can't say that. I mean, the Japanese royal family said they come from a reptilian bloodline. I mean, that's interesting. I'm sure they gave you lots of toys to play with. You know, lots of toys to play with. You guys see all that new technology coming out of Mexico where the statues are glowing? That's pretty interesting. I know Sean has been doing an awesome job disclosing some of that stuff as well. Sean Bond and Issa, love you. Issa, I think we're going to be doing a podcast next Thursday. Emery's tomorrow, Issa Thursday. We're on fire. It's just there's so many interviews coming out too. We're going to pull a dragon card. Son, what do you want to share? All right, here we go. Yamdorom Mukiyum Basanta Dayamashatara Makarom Bompum Sintiteash Naranear Harsomborombo Yimbi Fitaras Yandara Kesion Totomo Fomboidar Siates Shatatoromo Fomboimbaish Nyamba Indara Kasando Tomo Yimbi Yindara Toromo Fom Yandara Yitara Sotorimeshkata Yomborimba tia satoromo foriombish Yatara sobo yombatarake. Translation: from the inner earth, from the emissaries that are on the surface, it is time to release some of the information and controls on the surface based upon your soul agreement and direct certification for your existence, specifically in this particular game. For that to take place, that truth is being called to bear. And we are watching nervously about what you will decide. Meaning that they want you to choose unity coming together, right? But they don't know what you're going to choose. So that's why they're watching nervously, because they do not want to reset the game. And I definitely agree with that statement. I don't want to reset the game either. It's a lot of vested interest down here. So, but ultimately it's the free will of those operating at those levels to make those decisions. First dragon card is choice. You're welcome. Understanding consequences. So everyone right now, listen, from the, I speak to not only the civilian population, but the very top tier of every single government, hidden government, space base, above or underground. Listen, these cards are for you too. Choice, understanding consequences, and how the decisions made today will affect future timelines. Okay, let's pull another card for everybody on Earth, or representing this planet. Again, we want everyone to win and grow together. Peace, sovereignty, and love. Okay? Please, can we just get there? I know we're cleaning it up, and I know you guys are on your way to doing it. And I know there's been a lot of positive things, okay, coming, and a lot of things that have been cleaned up. Just keep it going. That's all we're trying to say. And then legacy. What sort of legacy are you going to leave on this earth through your incarnation, through your family? Okay. Persistence, legacy. Okay. Even when times were hard, you still got up and you went to the gym. When times are hard, you still got up and you cleaned the house and you resisted and you put your music on. When times got hard, you still showed up for work. When times got hard, you still did what was right, not what was easy. What is your legacy and how strong is your soul, right? And what is your resistance against this false matrix, right? So what is your legacy? What is your persistence? What is your integrity? What is your spark? What are you really made of? That's your legacy, ladies and gents. Okay, one day at a time. Let's go ahead and do our RV card. Okay, and then I'm gonna wrap it for today. I love you guys. All right. You're welcome. You gonna help me pick them? Come on. Oh, she wants a sexy unicorn card. I didn't pull them. Okay, for you. We're gonna pull the sexy Palladians after this. Did you have to talk about my dad? I'm like, I did. Because he didn't want you to come, and we're gonna be successful. So you bet against the wrong horse. I've tried to tell everyone that since I got here. Don't bet against me. You're gonna lose. Yeah. Don't bet against creators' kids, my friends and family. You're going to lose. Okay. Stop betting against us and start helping us. Ridiculous. First RV card is Tenth House, authority. Well, you know that what's coming through with that, ladies and gents. Authority. Big what up to all my guys at Langley. Robert with your little ginger beard, and your little earpiece, and your little cup of coffee. Authority. Robert, authority. 10th house. How'd you think we were going to show up? We're already here. We're staring at you. We're shopping next to you at grocery stores. We're pumping gas right next to you at midnight. We're in the parking lot watching you argue with your girlfriend. We are here. Okay, sorry. Feels like Fight Club, Starseed Club. We are those that take out your trash. You know, stock your groceries. We are here. All right, next card is. Come on, just take it. Stop being dicks. Come on. You know it's funny, so stop. My Night's Light, I always get so riled up. Like, you can't say that. I don't know, bro. Can I? Next card is Chiron, heal. Please, by the power of all that is pure for the RV, Chiron, heal. This world needs to heal. And hopefully next week we can start that process. Okay? Chiron, heal. First card, right? The Authority. Dude, God's judgment's coming in hot, bro. 10th house, whatever that is for you. Okay, look at the sun coming over the mountains. Okay, boom, Authority. 2, heal. Let us heal this planet. Give us light workers the opportunity to do one of the reasons why we incarnated. We are ready. Heal. Okay, let's keep it popping. All I want to do is humanitarian things till the day I exit. That's it. I just have a lot of really cool, rad things to do with everyone. You're going to have a great time. Okay. I want to rebuild the reefs and make some of the best surfing waves on Earth and be in 2-man subs watching whales and like doing whale songs. I'm like, hey, I love you, buddy. I'm going to go move these blocks back and make the reef. Okay. Going to make perfect waves, and I'm going to add some different nutrients to the cement block so the fish start eating them and they bring back the reefs. You know, Hawaii needs it. Just fun stuff, guys. It's just our daily routine will seem like paradise to someone else, and we're actually at work. That's when you're actually doing it right, dude. Next card is Saturn. Structure. The Authority to install the healing structure. Ladies and gentlemen, these cards are fire. Structure. Saturn. Okay? Let's go. And like I said, all of you guys out there that are astrologers, please punch in. Yes, thank you so much. Ariel, okay, hold on. You guys are on fire. I'm trying to keep it up. You got first rule of Starseed Club. You don't talk about Starseed Club. First rule of being on the 144. You don't talk about being on the 144. Okay. Here we go. Capricorn, Saturn. So much cap energy. Yes. Okay. Is that 4? Let's do one more. Last card for us. And please go ahead, and if you guys are astrologers, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or whatever you like. Goodness, Rumble. If you guys are astrologers and you see these cards, go ahead and tell the public what they mean to you. I simply have the ability to pull the cards, ladies and gentlemen, to transfer the information to you. You guys are the experts on what they mean. I just know how to pull the cards. Neptune, vision. We have the vision and the authority to heal this structure. Neptune, vision. Okay. I love you guys. All right, now. Any advice on inner child work? Find something that you and your inner child like to do together. Me, I like to drink from the sun in the morning. I put on Pandora. I put on Chilled Cream is my audio. Okay. Why? There's no words. I make my tea, I make my coffee, I light my incense, I listen to my music, I try to pull back as much dream time as I possibly can. I then go and charge from the sun. I then have a full day of work. I then go to the gym and crush it. You know, whether it be 40 minutes of cardio, then right into lifting weights. Then I steam in sauna after I go into Night Force rage mode and I push against the weight. You don't have to rage, but I use some serious force. I then Obi-Wan Kenobi, steam, cold shower, steam, cold shower, steam, cold shower, go home. Now, inner child work. This is when my inner child comes out. When I am home, after I have completely exhausted the suit. And I'm sitting there after I make dinner. As soon as I sit down, I then put on Crunchyroll and I see what programming my inner child would like to watch. I then sit there and go, is it a Dragon Ball Z night, or do you want something a little more like some Solo Leveling out of South Korea? The new hot fire. One of the best animes on earth, Solo Leveling. Have you ever watched it? Watch it. Okay, I'll watch that. And I'll sit there with my inner child in my lap, and I sit there and watch it as an inner child, heart to heart. So you ask me how to do inner heart stuff. I hang out with my inner child every night. Maybe you guys do that when you're riding horses in the morning. Maybe you guys do that when you're on your snowmobiles or riding your Sea-Doo or going surfing or hiking or whatever. For me, my consistent just having a big explosive day, but resetting into my power, into my heart, into my balance while I'm literally staring at energy manipulation for a couple hours while I eat, it helps me. We're from a place where energy flows, dude. This physical place is very strange. Okay? You guys know that. Why do you guys think Harry Potter is such a big deal? Magic and manifesting. And why do you think it's a phenomenon? Because it's trying to show you some stuff we used to know how to do. We used to know how to move energy and do things. Now, I'm not going into the sorcery and the negative shit. I'm not doing that. But I'm trying to tell you, Tai Chi is fire and it uses your body's energy to do awesome stuff. Okay, so is Kung Fu. So does that one Tai Chi master that can light shit on fire with his hands. So it's not all, I get it. Boo-boo bad stuff. Once you guys go ahead and Beavis and Butthead, listen, if that's where your intelligence level is, Kim, and I love you, but that was fun. That was fun. No, I get it. I just started to carry. Listen, I love you. Yes, they're fun. They are fun. Palladians are awesome. They're our cousins, ladies and gents. Okay, Captain Planet time. Let's get it. I like that. Solo leveling is dope. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a little night side. We know. Yes, and Crunchyroll for the win. If you guys don't know what that is, Crunchyroll, it's just like the best anime out there. It's an app. You can download it. Okay. Riri. That's where. Oh, you guys, go ahead and punch in where around the world you guys are watching from. I'm killing it right now. Go ahead and watch, and I'm going to pull. I have a new card deck from Ascension 17. It's a Palmistry Tarot by Cynthia Clark. I told her I'd pull a card, and I'm going to right now. This is Palmistry Tarot. We're going to pull a card. And this is ascension17.com if you guys want to try out this deck. Okay. And the first card is Seven of Earth, Zone of Boundaries. Okay. So it shows you on the card. You can't really see it because it's green screen right here. But there's a little mark. There it is. See that little thing on the card? It shows you where it has the mark. Seven of Earth, Zone of Boundaries. I mean, I am Rion7 on Instagram. I guess I am a part of Group 7. I guess I am a proud member of the 7 faction. No. Yes, for all my fellow 7s out there, go ahead and put 7 if you guys know what I'm talking about. And we're going to pull some Palladian cards to wrap the day. After you guys go ahead and punch in where around the world you guys are watching from. Big what up to Lily, Tyler, my brother Raw over at the Odyssey thing in Sedona. I heard you guys doing a fantastic job. My bro Randy. Mr. Kramer, I heard you're crushing. Oh God, you guys are on fire. I'm into everyone having a good time and doing great things. All right. We go higher. Yes, we do. All right. Powerful thoughts. All right. Let's see what we got. All right, you guys. All right, here we go. Yes, it is lit. Well, oh, yes, One Punch Man, knee. If you guys have never seen One Punch Man, fantastic. Okay. Then solo leveling, and then literally, obviously Dragon Ball Z is fire. And I know a lot of you guys are into One Piece. I really liked Hunter x Hunter. That was a really good one for me. Okay, moving on. We're not getting too anime out there. You know what I mean? Got a bunch of anime girls going like, hey, what's up? Reno. All right. Scotland, baby. Serious A, baby. Qui-Gon. Thumbs up, everyone. Hey, listen, you guys, if you guys like this, share it out. I'm trying to, we're educating each other. We're hanging out with one another. You know what I mean? Happy Sunday. TeamLightStore.com for your tickets to come to the party of the year happening May 8th through the 10th. All right. Tennessee, Colorado, baby, London. Lisa, please put that link in the comments. Australia, Romania, Kansas, San Diego, Sweden, Scotland. Listen, man, Port Charlotte, Florida. Hi, May, baby. Connecticut, North Carolina, England, UK. Adrian, Michigan, Mr. Rainwater. He was supposed to text me with the weather report, and you know what? He probably did. Let me take a look. I know we've had a lot of CMEs, ladies and gents, and I know we've had a lot of space weather coming in hot. Let me see. One mirror mark. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, everyone's on fire. there was a lot of space weather, and there was like an earthquake watch going on for the next couple weeks, okay? Just pay attention to that if you're on the West Coast. Nevada, Cali, baby, Australia, Ohio, Australian capital. Listen, I love you. All the Aussies are sweet fire, straight fire. And my Kiwis in New Zealand, all right? And all my love from Canada and Asia. I love Asia, okay? Love everybody. Florida, UK, you know I love you. Scotland, baby. Toronto, Scotland. There it is. San Diego, freezing Iowa, Virginia, New York, baby. For the crown, baby. Indiana, Philly, baby. Jungle Lost Cabana. You're out there in Tulum, just lost. Out there with a margarita. Austria, Arizona, Rio, baby. Lafayette, New Mexico, San Clemente. Look, Blue Ridge, Virginia. Hey, listen. Harriet, you tell those guys over at Langley, I'm waiting for my paycheck, man. I don't know what's happening, man. I've been here working behind the scenes. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing going on. No, I'm just kidding. Keep your money. Give me the RV. Thank you. Florida, South Africa, Canada. Hi. Boulder, Colorado. Another West Virginia. We got you surrounded. You guys are right. West Virginia. We got you surrounded, kids. All right. 7. Listen. You know, you're going to find out. FAFO. Ship shows up. I'll be like, what's up, dude? Just hopping on the back of it. You got anything to talk to? Yeah, I got some places I want to check out. 7. Washington State, love you. Does Saturn have 7 rings allegedly? I don't know, but that would be cool. 7 is awesome. We know that. 7. Montana, Orange County. All right. 7. It's not 67. Kim, you're out of control. Indiana, England, Liverpool, baby. Come on, Liverpool. Kona, Kangan Assurit. Yo, listen. Yes, I'm with you 100%. I'm waiting for the new season. That's what we must talk about. Yes. See, look at all the Light Warriors are like, have you seen this anime? Shit's fire, bro. Okay, let's go. Come on, Green Bay, Wisconsin. You know what I mean? Wyoming. Avatar Last Airbender. Yes. Yeah. You know, at least that's a good try. You know? Maybe it's time for you to watch Solo Leveling. Okay, Denmark. Come on, West Texas. Love you. Can't wait. Cali. All right, I am going to listen. I don't know. Hey, listen. I know you're retired over there, but get it together. Solo Leveling. I know. Riri. I'm coming to LA, ladies. I'm going to Tucson. I'm going to have some fun out there. Buy some things for you guys. Last week in February, I will be at Conscious Life LA. I will be chilling with my brother, Mr. David Palmer, the Leo King. We're going to have a little table. I'll be in the VIP lounge. I'm bringing some of my tech to show you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun at Conscious Life LA. Then obviously after that, it is go time for our Rise of the Guardians happening in May. All right. Maryland. Listen, we have the list. Okay. Las Vegas, baby. Yes, I do have my cold wallet in a Faraday bag. I don't know which one I got. I think it was like one they probably promote all the time, but make sure you check that out. 200 thumbs up. I love you. Don't be mean to Lisa. See, listen, at least you got that joke. See, you got that joke. You know what I mean? She's like, what's that one show? She's like, Care Bears? You're like, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. We love Lisa. Come on, Canada. Come on. I do not add links. I cannot. Oh, you can't. Okay. I'll type it in there. Post pics when you're there. Yes, of course. We're going to have all kinds of things. You know how Palmer does it. He's very professional. He'll be doing all of his things. All right. I'm going to pull some unicorn cards for the little sexy white jumpsuit Palladians. And that's how we're going to wrap today's broadcast. All right. For the Palladians. For the Tigettans and their tight white jumpsuits. All right. Here we go. Listen, I'm brunette. What do you want from me? Okay. I was born with blue eyes and white hair. This is what this dimension has done to me. Here we go. You see my 5D's got blonde hair and green eyes. You can't miss them. All right. First card is I am presence. Expand your stellar gateway. I am that I am. For all my fellow Palladians out there, I love you. I am presence. Expand your stellar gateway. I am that I am. Okay. For all my fellow Palladians out there. Okay. There we go. We're going to go again. Little Riri. Feminine warrior, dude, all day. Shit. I mean, for all you divine male warriors, you better get some divine feminine warriors. I mean, those are the best friends to have. Just letting you know. Let you know. That's how you win. A lot of winning out there. Befriend the divine warriors. All right. And be respectful, for goodness sakes. Okay. Come on. Don't do it. Listen. It's already multidimensional enough. You know. It's a matter of time before we put the right coding on the webcam. You know, where they can actually see you pointing at these cards. All right, here we go. Cosmic Diamond. Spread hope and joy. Illuminate the world, you cosmic diamonds out there. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. We are all cosmic diamonds. Spread hope and joy. Illuminate the world. Listen, I love you guys. 30 is that call sign on the card. Ladies and gents, TeamLightStore.com. Check it out. Check all the links. I will be live with Emery Smith tomorrow, and I put his link at the very top. I believe his network is called Cosmic. I think it might be Cosmic Disclosure Network. Let me see here. Just want to get this right for everyone. Check me out tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific Cosmic Television Network on YouTube. And the Rumble is going to be Cosmic Television Network. All right. Cameron's going to do a good job sharing out all the links. And there's already links on my Instagram at TeamLight Guardians and Rion7 with Emery tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, we got this. Okay, I'm your brother. I love you. I do this to be of service to you. You know how difficult it is to get up and be positive and shred. If I can do it, you can do it. We do this together. All right. I love you guys very, very much. Okay. Till next time. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Turn off the light. Take a deep breath. Relax.
From the stars we came, ancient souls awake. Pleiadian light, Arcturian grace, Syrian wisdom in our veins. Star seeds rise and breaking chains. Feeling the call, the inner spark ignite. DNA strands weaving through the night. Kundalini fire climbing up the spine like body activation, divine design. Ascending now to the seventh dimension, where divine grace flows in pure intention. We rise, we shine in crystalline light. Seventh dimension calling us tonight. Releasing karma, old densities fade, crystals humming, sacred grids remade, vibrational shift from 3D to 5D and beyond. Galactic family, eternal bond. Ascending now to the seventh dimension.